Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Steuben County Board of Commissioners meeting for Tuesday, March 3rd, 2026. I'm on our agenda this morning. Yeah, good morning.
Hi, good morning. I'm here today to request permission to renew our VOCA grant. Our VOCA grant is 80% grant, 20% cash match. It pays for our victim assistance director.
Good approve. Second. Further discussion? Hearing none, all in favor signify with aye. Aye.
Thank you.
Thank you.
We take all the hard questions for Pam.
Morning. And I am here to request permission to apply for the Department of Corrections grant, which helps fund one of my probation officers. And just real quickly to give you some of our stats right now, as of this morning, we had 592 people on probation. Plus, we are helping the prosecutor supervise another approximately 200 pretrial diversions. That puts our numbers up close to 800 that we're supervising right now. We have gotten 139 new people on probation since January 1. So, point being, I need to maintain my current staff.
Move to approve. Second. Any further discussion? Hearing none, all in favor signify with aye. Aye. I'm not sure if that's a positive thing or a negative.
Business. Now are we sending a copy of this? Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
Actually, you want to go, so,
Oh,
yeah, since you're dealing.
I'm just here with my yearly request to apply for the 2027 pretrial services grant. Again, it's a state mandated program through Indiana Office of Court Services.
Questions for Ashley? Approve. Second. Seeing that. Any further discussion? Hearing none, all in favor signify with aye.
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 Well, thank you.
I can pronounce your last name, but I'm sure it's. Poorly. That's what I would have done, but.
I'm Mark Worley. I'm a District Veteran Service Officer with the Indiana Department of Veteran Affairs. Yeah, with Governor Braun and IED Director Jake Evans, and thank you for letting me come before you this morning. The purpose of my appearance is to fulfill our requirements that were passed and imposed last year, that we report twice a year to each county executive on veteran services in your county. In December, the Indiana Veterans Affairs Commission finalized service officer accreditations, which are the rules by which we implement our accreditation process to ensure that each county veteran service officer can properly handle claims or represent claims on behalf of veterans for benefits both through the federal VA and through the state. In here, we have definitions for where technology usage, including systems needed to access the VA's Veterans Benefit Management System directly. That's through the use of a personal identity verification card, as well as usages of our claims management system software program called Vetrospect, which is produced by a company called Tyler Technologies. It also defines how to handle or how to use equipment to upload and process digitally all paperwork related to veterans benefits claims.
All paperwork's being digital. All paperwork's digital then?
We try to keep it as much as possible. There are instances still where it is necessary to transmit documents either through the U.S. Postal Service or by fax. Haven't gotten away from that completely yet.
That's still required to have a fax.
Yeah, most commonly, I've seen lately, it's still to request records from the National Archives. There's an electronic way, but if the ID.me system that the feds use to verify identity isn't working properly, then the fallback is usually to send a form directly to the archives via fax. This also defines several training requirements. Twice a year, we do a district level training. It's a one-day training. And then once a year, we call the entire state together for an annual training conference. This year's conference will be in Franklin at National Guard Armory. It'll take the full 4 days, Monday through Thursday. We have some reporting requirements. Each CVSO is required to make use of our claims management system, fully documenting all interactions with their veterans that they have come into their office. Then we use that information to generate reports that get published to our transparency portal on the IDVA website, dva.in.gov. This also defines several key performance indicators, including the active use of the PIV card, training attendance, passing any and all mandatory examinations and online training modules. Those are delivered both through the IDVA directly and the federal government's talent management system that's operated by the Federal Veterans Administration. And then we also require the active use of Vetrospect, our claims management system. Finally, there are several paragraphs in here addressing, should it be necessary, the process of evaluating compliance and the steps that would be initiated should a VSO fall out of compliance. Don't see that as being a threat to your veteran service officer. He has been very active over the years, even having been part of the leadership of the Service Officer Association here in Indiana. That's all I have to present, but if you have any questions, I'm glad to address them. Thank you for your time.
Thank you. Thank you. Some other business. Appreciate it. Oh, there she is. Sit down. Unless you want to sit down first.
Actually, was that a
Come on.
Morning.
Morning.
Everyone. To walk together with thoughts, I guess. I am here this morning to just go over my annual update to our incident response plan. And what I did, I emailed the entire 36 page plan in the packet, but what I did was I created a summary of all the changes I made so it might be easier to follow. I have a clean copy here for signature. So it might be easier to follow along. I just gave you a list of the changes I made throughout the document. I highlighted them in the copy I emailed to you. The majority of the changes are simply changes in personnel in my department, updated emails. The one thing I did do that would really be a big benefit to our department if we were in an incident was I added Lee Greenemeyer, our EMA director, as our default incident response manager that I can go to. He and I already work closely on some of the other policies that touch both of our departments. And so in the incident response plan, the IT director can designate someone, but I wanted to pick somebody that I'm already working with and we're already accustomed to working on emergency operations and things like that, because they might be, unfortunately, they might go hand in hand. Some of the incidents that we respond to as a county. So I added our new IT operations administrator, his information. There were a few little things like changing page numbers to match up with tables that were in the plan. Down through the list here. One thing I did do, this was a suggestion by our cybersecurity analyst. He said it would be a good idea to actually set a place for preservation of devices in a secure location. And so I reached out to the sheriff and asked if they would have room in their evidence room because it's secure, it's locked, limited access. That if we do have an incident where we need to keep devices for forensic investigation, and he said, yes, that would be a problem. So we have that as well that we've added to the incident response plan. Our event log and alert sources, I made multiple changes to that just to update where we would get the information from. And then one other thing I did, there's just this really vague reference to following up after the incident. And so I added that within a month, 30 days to 45 days, we would need to have a meeting, sit down with all the members of the incident response team and actually talk about where we were at, just so we can give ourselves a set time to meet after an incident. If there were any questions about the document you received, we can.
On the addition of the preservation, you just have a verbal with the sheriff or you have him?
Right now I have a verbal. I can get something in writing if that would be helpful. In the incident response plan, it's basically in an incident, those of us who are involved in it have this folder and we just read through it page by page. What do we need to do next? So it's really just to spell out for us, this is what we've decided ahead of time.
But if we need to have something in writing, we can do that.
I guess my thought is with the sheriff change that's gonna happen at the end of the year, it might be advised to
That's wise.
at least have an MOU.
Okay.
That way it transfers on.
Get that around and send it over to them. Questions?
Make a motion to approve with the updates. Second.
Any further discussion? Hearing none.
Thank you for all that hard work. Yeah, thank you.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Yeah, we're just full.
They find me.
Morning, commissioners.
Morning, Sheriff.
Morning. Mr. Chair. Morning. Mr. Stuckey, how are you? I'm good. How are you? Good, I'm fine. Chris walked this morning. So I'm actually not asking for anything. I just wanted to bring up something that we dealt with here last year, which is these Dodge vehicles. We have a 2020, 105,000 miles on it. Repair bill of $6,172 on it. These are cams, lifters, head gaskets. They seem to be going through this. We had 2 of these vehicles last year. They're all V6s that this occurred with, that we actually paid and are still on the road now. So they're doing well. I've had a Durango last year as well, which was under warranty. They're all these V6 engines that we've got. I've currently got a Durango, a 2024. Both of the Durangos were 2024s. I've currently got one under warranty at the shop, getting covered. So this one here, just kind of wanted to get your thoughts. I know there's not a whole lot of options as far as purchasing or replacing it or repairing it and maybe assigning and buying a different vehicle. I'm not asking for a vehicle as much as I'm asking, or at least advising, that I'm going to be taking a big chunk out of my repair fund this year already. Kind of giving you a heads up, and or if there are some options where we need a vehicle somewhere, if we do want to repair it, I'll pay to repair it and maybe move it on. I just wanted you to think about that. I don't know if there's someone that needs a decent vehicle. Now, this is an all-wheel drive. It's 6 years old. Like I said, with less than 100,000 miles on it.
This one says V8.
Oh, I'm sorry, a V8. This is the last V8. It's a 2020. So in 2020 is the last year we got V8 squad cars. After that, they're all V6s, which have been accumulating in the same area, problem. Now, what I'm told is next year, Dodge has changed their administration. They'll be producing V8 vehicles again. It's going to be able to go back to a V8 drive vehicle. They had a change there with their CEO, so that's why we couldn't do V8s, was because the all-wheel drive transmissions wouldn't take a V8. So I realized this is a V8, but we're having all the issues with the V6s as well. But in conversation, don't know if you need a car, if you want me to repair. I need to repair it, so I'm really giving you a heads up that I'm going to take a gouge out of this. We're going to start this again because I do need it in the patrol fleet. But it is 6 years old as well.
Right. Well, after you do all this work, it should be a
Nice backup.
yeah.
Good for backup.
Oh yeah, it'd be a good car for that. Absolutely.
How many do you have out there that are are going to be? I mean, we know they're going to be an issue. That haven't been done yet.
The years 2020 to 2024 were the years where all of these issues seem to be coming.
How many do we have in our fleet that are probably going to need to be done?
Well, knock on wood, we're assuming that maybe one more.
Okay.
Maybe one more.
Because we've pretty much changed out all the other ones.
Yeah.
We've covered those. I think we turned one in last year, at the end of the year. Or the year before, I'm sorry. So we didn't have the problem with it. So,
Nobody else is coming out with a car, right? You know,
no, not that we're aware of on the car side. You know, they had that big push for everybody to go to an SUV. Explorers, Durangos, that was the large push, pick up the Tahoe. And the cars weren't no longer marketable. But boy, they were at a good sale point when we could get them. I think Dodge has realized that, and now they're gonna start producing them again. So we'll see. Again, although this is a V8, the styles, the Hemis are a little different. We didn't buy them with the Hemis. We bought them there for a little while with Hemi, and then it was a bit of an upcharge. So we just got the standard V8 in those. Hopefully, it won't be too big of an upcharge, and we'll be able to get a few more of those. It is nice to have those cars around. So that's it. If you could put that on your list, that's all I wanted to bother with you this morning. Or if you had a different idea, if any of you thinking anything around, I'd be happy to listen or work with you. But if not, my intent anyway is to get that repaired.
The vehicle really doesn't have any value if it's not.
Yeah, and I don't, was Aaron in here? Aaron, what, do you remember what we were getting for those cars when we were selling those? Were we getting a whole lot for them anyway?
I mean, I think you were getting either close or above what you would get on trade.
Yeah, we were above trade. I know that, but maybe 5,000 or 6,000 anyway.
It very true.
Yeah, I don't know that we were knocking it out of the park.
I'm sure we could find out. We need to as well down the road, find a place for it.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's older ones out there we probably need to be switching out.
Yeah.
That have already been
Yeah.
handed down from the
Absolutely.
sheriff's department as well, so they keep that rotation going.
Yeah, if these fixes are holding up, they're not an issue after they've been fixed. It's gonna be
They seem to be.
a fairly cheap car to keep.
Well, I don't want to take your time up, but I want to at least put that on your plate so you had that. And if there's any conversation that needs to happen in the future, please let me know. But I did want you to at least have the information that we were taking a gouge out of that. Yeah. It's one of those unexpected repairs.
Of course, it happens in the first quarter.
Oh, yeah. Oh, absolutely. Right out of the gate. There we go. Yeah, that's it. That's it. All right. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks, Sheriff.
Thank you, Sheriff.
I am sure. That's all good. Yeah.
Morning, Chip.
That's good. I got two LPA vouchers for your approval, both for DES number 2201-618. The first one's for PE claim number 25 in the amount of $2,400.35 to Lock Miller Group. Second one is PE claim number 26, $1,910.34 to Lock Miller Group.
Any questions?
Both? Yes.
Any discussion? Hearing none, all in favor, signify with aye.
Aye.
Thank you. Then I have an update on the roundabout project. Currently, we have construction invoice turned in, so we paid our portion of the construction phase up front. We've already approved, signed the amended contract. We had DOZ go ahead and do an advance right-of-way staking so that NIPSCO can begin relocation. NIPSCO Electric's out doing relocation now. We're trying to coordinate. There's a couple of trees we're going to drop for them early so that they can keep moving on that electric relocation. The right-of-way offers for Pocabachi South Phase 1 went out last week for the 2026 local road program. We have that published on our county Beacon website. So there's a layer now they can click on and see what roads we plan on working on in 2026, and all of our materials for the season have been ordered. And the next thing has changes or request for approval. So I have a agreement with USI Consulting's for some assistance, to go after funding for County Road 100 North from on the roundabout land through Warren Street as a project for the city of Englewood. Eagles willing to participate 50% on this part of the project, plus participate in a future project if we get funded, which will allow us to reconstruct 100 North. Need approval for a contract with USI to help you get the last bits of that.
Questions on what he's trying to do there? Make a motion to approve.
Second.
Any further discussion? Signify with aye.
Aye. Thank you.
We got to do this letter. Actually, probably could open that up.
All part of that, isn't it? Where's it? Okay, so it's back in the business.
That's all I have.
Great, thank you, Chip.
Thanks, Jeff.
Thank you.
Good morning.
Good morning, everybody.
Really?
So coming before you this morning to give approval to proceed with getting the annual maintenance done for the identified sirens county this year that we maintain. There are 7 that are on the list for this year. Had an opportunity to speak with our vendor that does those and also identified some potential other issues that they need to look at. As we discussed last year, the sirens that we have and the software, the hardware that goes with them are starting to show signs of age. So there are 2 that are identified that they're going to look at that maybe just some fuse replacement. So speaking with the vendor, I have a quote for roughly a little over $8,000 to have the 7 sirens and 2 fuses we looked at this year so that we can be ready for storm season, which is here.
Yeah. What was the amount? Yeah.
For the quote, $8,474.
Budget.
10,000 is what we budgeted this year. Because we knew that there was potentially going to be some issues, so.
Motion.
To approve.
Any further discussion? Hearing none, all in favor, signify with aye.
Aye.
Because I have that for 2 days.
Yeah, we're correct. The other item is that you pointed out. All right, thank you very much.
Get those done.
Anything to other business? See that. For the highway. I have one here. If you need to approve that. Yeah, payroll for February 20th, and now $620,092.75.
Second that.
Any further discussion? Hearing none, all in favor, signify with aye. Okay, that's what I want. It's number 1064. You'll have them after I left. You do before we got time to get first reading on it. First reading on it.
Ready.
Everyone get on this, right? We
Yes, you did first reading.
didn't want any change.
Motion for second and third reading.
Second.
Further discussion? All in favor, signify with aye.
Aye.
Did you have? Yes, I did. It's the auditorium. Information on it.
States at in the evening that they would like to use.
Dates and times.
That is those dates.
Well, I'm sorry.
Have you looked at those dates and times?
Yeah.
Any other usage?
No, they're all open.
Make a motion to approve.
Second.
Further discussion? Not all in favor, signify.
Aye.
Literacy Coalition is wanting to use. Right, also.
Two weeks ban, about every day.
Are we keeping a calendar on summer strong because it's getting used?
Yeah, it's
All
getting
right.
used a lot right now.
Yeah. All right.
It's pretty cool. That's a
That,
waiver of the fee, but they pay the cleaning. fee.
Yeah, not for profit.
Coalition.
Yeah. Second.
Further discussion? Not all in favor, signify with aye. We have another request from Studio A Dance Center. This is a fee schedule. We're still good with all the dates. Okay.
Did it say non-for-profit?
I don't looks like this one's me.
This one's paying.
They're asking for the rental fee to be waived.
You asking for it to be waived? They're only paying the janitorial costs for Friday and Saturday.
Okay, so what's on there is
Yeah.
janitorial fees for Friday and Saturday,
Yeah.
as I said. But they are asking for it to be waived, yes.
Okay. Remember when we had that set in?
Very cheap.
For a not-for-profit.
For, it's before process for, unless they're not for profit, that's one thing, but if they are for profit, we have to.
Yeah, I don't know if they are or not. Can we get to the commissioners?
Charging the commissioners.
Yeah.
We could get them to come in and.
Yeah, so we need to know if they're charging or, yeah.
We need more information from you folks. If they're not for profit, if they're for profit, whether or not they're charging.
Yeah.
Not-for-profit group, $62 for the first 2 hours, 25 for every hour thereafter, 122 for the first 2 hours if event is a fundraiser or tickets are sold. That's not-for-profit group. The same. So for the Steuben County Theater Group, is that what this one is?
Studio A
Dance
dance.
Center. So they, if they're, they'd be there. If they were commercial, it's $733 for the first 3 hours, $305 for every hour thereafter, plus custodial fees.
Yeah, so we probably would want some bit more information from. What do you,
It's a huge price difference.
yeah, you know, if they're charging, what the intent is.
Okay.
I agree. We'll table that one for now. Farmers Market. What's the?
And I seen they were, going to hold it over the fourth weekend, which was nice. Any motion on that?
Hang on here, let me look at the dates here. October 24th, okay, yeah, I'm gonna include the dates on it. Yes.
Can we include that in the motion? Motion, we allow the farmers market to operate from their 24th season from May 9th through October 24th, excluding 4th of July weekend.
I'll second.
Discussion. I know that they're still required to provide their liability waiver for insurance.
You like that also?
I disagree. It's the fact that we mentioned it. All right, any further discussion? And all in favor, signify with aye. Minutes from February 17th. Additions or corrections?
I recommend them to get in minutes to us, much quicker for approval.
Coming right out.
Yes. That make a motion to approve as presented.
Second.
Any discussion? Hearing none, all in favor, signify with aye.
Aye.
That's the auditing contract. That's Malcolm, that's an auditing contract.
They actually are cost recovery. So they just get money back.
They audit all this Medicare, Medicaid.
Yes, they go through all the Medicare, Medicaid also. And there's 2 contracts here that I need approval on, please. They are 3-year contracts. They've always done a 3-year contract.
So it's the recovery outpacing the expense?
But we don't get it all back.
They get a percentage.
Well, they get a percentage.
They get a flat fee.
They get a flat.
They're a flat fee, yeah.
But
No,
it's
not
our recovery of total outpacing our expense to actually do this.
No. Expenses higher and more. Am I answering your question?
I would think so. So my next question is, why do we do it? Yeah. If we're not recovering enough to pay for the expense of doing this process.
Oh, we are, yes, I'm sorry. And I was,
That's what you
yes.
said. You said our fee was higher.
Okay, no, it's not. No, it's not. It's a flat $5,000. So I think it's flat $5,000. We bring in way more.
Okay.
Way more.
That was my question.
Okay.
Sorry, I didn't phrase it quite.
Brain. Brain fog, there we go. No, they are a flat $5,000 and they haven't raised their fees for quite a while.
It's the same thing.
Yes. I did send out
Same results.
same results. Yeah. I did send out an email. Everybody participates with the exception of Magistrate Court right now. So I did send out an email to Magistrate Burns. I have not heard anything back yet, but I'm hoping that we can get that department on board. Matthew Lowry from Milcron thinks that there might be some money out there on the table that we could be getting back. And it's not going to cost us any more to pull in another department.
Separate together.
Let's do them together. Make a motion to approve the 2.
Further discussion? Yes.
It's when between the Medicaid ambulance cost reporting, since Malcolm shall share equally recoveries reported up to the $9,500 for professional service fees capped at $19,000. Any recoveries above 19 shall be 100% county share. So these are 19,000. Acceptance.
Are you going to need to then for our portion of cost allocation, switch to 500? It's negative.
Okay. So I was off by $500. Our cost is $5,500
Or the cost allocation.
for the cost allocation plan, and then the other one is $9,500 for the Medicaid plan.
It's different.
And we bring in, well, more, way more. The last one we brought in was $19,000, I think. I think that was the last one that we talked about that I had to go looking for Medicaid, yeah.
Yeah, I just making sure I'm square on that.
Thank you.
Yep.
I mean, it,
Not all fair, so I conflict of interest statements for Councilman Russo. Council.
Those 2 looks like.
To approve.
Second.
Discussion? Hearing none, all in favor, signify with aye.
Aye.
For Jen, Stable, Rick, and then there's the additional one we got in.
Conflict of interest. Surveyor. Nothing on it. One for Commissioner Scheid, but nothing on it. We'll have to do this kind of differently. Put it to. What's that?
That's just the uniform conflict of interest.
Yes, we'll have to do this differently. We'll have to, because
There's kind of nothing that I'm.
Right.
conflict of, right.
You're just doing just the one for the year.
Oh, okay, yeah, so let's do Mr. Slater first.
Would you approve?
There's currently nothing on that he's in conflict.
No, he has nothing listed on it.
Okay. Second.
Any further discussion? Hearing none, all in favor, signify with aye. We have one from Rick.
Would you approve?
I'll second.
There you go.
Would you like me to abstain?
Nothing on it.
Yeah, there's
Doesn't matter.
all in favor, signify with aye.
Aye.
Aye. Only for me.
Would you approve?
Second.
Sure.
Aye.
All in favor, signify with aye.
Aye.
I suppose meetings could get a little more entertaining if I did sponsor them.
Yeah.
Hospitality sponsor.
Okay, we have claims.
Make a motion to approve the claims of $647,571.63 and items A and B.
I will second it. Questions on any? Signify with aye.
Aye.
Your DeKalb County Commissioners yesterday. I showed up at their meeting.
You don't worry when they're sitting out there.
I walked in there, Jim Miller looks at me like, see my hair.
What do we do wrong?
I said I just missed you, Jim. I'd seen you for a week. Becky today too.
Just the official approval for our letter of support to for the County Road 100 North Corridor.
Motion to approve letter of support. Second. 100 corridor.
Discussion? Not all in favor, signify with aye.
Aye. You send that around for submission?
You already sent it, Steve.
It's already done. It's done. You guys got me the other day.
Okay.
Just on outstanding items, just the courthouse study, the request for proposal, still working on that. need a little more detail yet, but we'll probably have that next meeting.
Yeah,
For
just to
sure.
get that out. Yep.
Yeah.
How about the one for the?
Same thing.
Had some interest in that. So, the sooner we can get that out, the better.
Which one?
So there's one on the corner.
Oh, okay.
The county park docks, we'll present that to council on Tuesday. It did not get advertised, so we'll just get a verbal and final that way, at least we can move forward if they're willing to do that. I did meet with Scott. I did kind of put a P&L together. Show it up.
See which one the council is more amenable to.
Yes. Our QEW, that's in April, right? Okay.
9th, I think.
Criminal Lake Development, that's gonna become part of the 200 West, 200 North corridor RFP that goes out. The railroad grant thing, that actually keeps coming up under highway. It's just working on it, so we can probably take that off of ours since he's been working on it.
Hands close.
His report each month, so we can put that on there. I mean, what's number 6 on? Because all of the casinos, things have got to take it.
I don't think we have anything open on that yet. One thing, the public defender remodel, where did we want to take that from?
Good question, I was gonna look into that. I thought we had a line item.
I don't
So there,
remember.
I think the discussion was whether we rolled it all under Alex's budget or whether we had some left to get the commissioner budget.
I saw the striker contract, all came out for Q cap, and that was supposed to have a separate line item.
Yeah.
Was that-
Public defender, I don't think we have anything separate for that. Do you remember anything separate for that? No. Because they, we approved, JICI to do that.
Had discussions with council on those additionals. And we can take it out of our Q cap line item, then we're gonna.
You guys together, or help us.
Well, I guess we'll see which way they want to go. If nothing else, we can just inform them of that.
If we can make it through the year.
It's safe to me through the year. If we can't, then we'll come back and ask.
Right, so
So we'll have that discussion with them. It looks like probably Q cap for both of them.
Okay.
district meeting coming up. I did talk with June Julian, tourism, to get a basket around for door price and like that for that district meeting. 15th tax day.
I did send out to all the Northeast District auditors as well.
That's the one.
Yes, thank you, and my vice president, is that,
That's the one in Austin.
yeah, that, sorry, Lighted Gardens, yes.
You're doing a tour, is that what I understand?
We can.
Austin,
Show you where I grew up.
Yeah.
We go visit my mother.
yeah.
Bakery still.
Bakery is still there.
It's early. Ownership of 4 years ago.
Are all three of you going?
I plan to, I'm not sure. I gotta check the kids' sports schedules yet.
So, I'm an officer up for reelection. So.
Yes, probably should.
I did get you on the ballot.
So yes, I appreciate it.
Yeah, so if any, Kim, were you planning on attending? Did you already get with Abby? Did we write you down?
For
further? On that, livestock management, and water quality, there's a meeting coming up, for shortly. Fort Wayne, I think Clinton is actually sending a little bit on that. Twenty-fifth, like 8:30 in the morning, down in Fort Wayne. Be a good discussion on, in the area, talk about the livestock and those that fall under the CAFO limits that are pushing it and how those are managed due to a little bit of pushing on my part. We had that ordinance that we passed to help with that. I think Clint's going to talk about that at that meeting. So anybody interested, it'd be a good one to go to.
Like 5th of March.
Yes. Morning.
Yeah, the time.
Yeah, no, it's 24th. You stuck me with something. That's it. Both of you. Thank you.
Can't control spring break.
Default.
Yeah. You just have to supply the material. I think he was wanting to, from what the email said, kind of a state of the county or what we're doing, so.
Anything else? Stand in recess. Thank you. This afternoon.
March 25th? Yes.